Then and now. How do you make sense of that? Then, sense of a future, then, or maybe a past. For some of us, that that's just the sense of playing with time, playing with the sense of now versus future past, then versus now can be a way of discerning parts from self. Or burden parts, anything that carries a burden, a should, a want, a lack. I don't think it can truly be here in the now. It's always just a little bit leaning forward into the future or into the past, which is the same. The past is just projecting into the future because there's some kind of relief, something wanting something to be different. If it's holding, what is that allows like trauma difficulties, any difficulties? But yeah, we all went through this, right? In our childhood and our teenage years, the difficulties happen. And for some of us, it was like being in a river. It just flowed and nothing attached. And it was just life. We were in this flow. But there are others of us, these things happen. It's like, that should not have happened. And it just kind of catches. It gets frozen in time. Another one gets frozen in time. And then it becomes, we're able to like less be here in the river in this moment. And so it can be really interesting to play with that now and then. Like for some, you'll hear a lot of people on YouTube, it'll just like Ram Dass, right? He just said, be here now. And that was like, that could have been in his entire message. It's like, what are you talking about, Ram Dass, and for like some spiritual name. But what if it's not spiritual at all, this whole thing? Like we just throw that out. And what if it's just about now, present? Like we know this, right? We know what it's like when when we're in our heads and we're thinking about what's going to happen later, or we're nervous about a test or some kind of experience. And it's like, whoa, where'd I go? And then we come back here because we find this. It's like, what do you do in your leisure time? How about that? What do you do when you're free time? We're having a holiday weekend right now in the United States. What do you do during your leisure time? What do you do when you get home from work? And for many of us, we can just look at that and see, wow, that's how I find it. That's how I find the now. Because in this now is where the very nature of the now is fulfillment. Whatever words describe that for you, often ones are peace, love, and happiness. Peace, love, and joy. Peace, love, and an absence of lack. How do we find that? Some of people find it through adrenaline activity, like, hey, let's go running or climb a mountain or something. And the adrenaline brings them so into the now. Sometimes the fear of, wow, I have to be really careful, or riding a bike or going skiing. For others, it's sports. It's like brings you in, like, what are great athletes, right? You're in the flow. Or same thing with art. Like, what do we love about art? When you're creating art, you can find that place of just the timelessness, or writing, or reading, or going to a movie. You disappear into the now. You're just here in it. You're not caught here. And there's the joy of that. Or intimacy with a partner, any of these things. Going out and playing. What is play? Like truly being in play, right? It's often, wow, there's this now, and there we glimpse this fulfillment. For some people are like, whoa, can it really be that simple, just playing with now? But it doesn't translate. For most of us, this doesn't translate so clearly, but for some it really does. And it just becomes about the now. It's like then or now, then or now, then or now. So was that helpful? How was that? I'd love to hear from you. I tried to do a short version of it today. It's like 1 minute, but I don't even. And but what do you think? Let me know. Do a comment. Come to our Facebook page, the IFS non-dual community, where everybody's exploring their own ways of getting here and finding the fulfillment, which is our nature, finding that. And this is just one way. See you later. Bye.